When we were dealt the hand of having to get rid of the Prentiss character, we said that we need to make this the biggest thing we've ever done. This has to be the best story we can make it.
Am I in danger?
And when we started looking at her character, what we decided was her character was the most mysterious, that she speaks all of these languages and she happens to know somebody who knows somebody. And let's really dig into that and explain why her character's always been a mystery.
An espionage story with Prentiss just felt right. You know she's tough. You know she can be vulnerable when she needs to. You know she's amazing at her job. And you know she's nobody's fool. So then the question is, well, how deep, how dark, how twisted can we go with Prentiss and still maintain her character, but yet really fill in for the audience, this is who she is.
We wanted to peel back the layers so that you said, wow, you know, this is what this woman was into. This is what this woman did in the past. This is how she became a profiler. This is how Hotch hired her. This is why, and how it was all kind of sticky and messy, but still heroic.
Hello, Lauren.
As with any superhero, they have to have the arch nemesis, and we thought that's what she has in her past, somebody that maybe she even cared about, and how sort of muddy that gets. So within her secret life, there were secrets. And then we found Timothy Murphy, and we thought he would be fantastic.
Hello, Ian.
He had to be dangerous, he had to be sexy, he had to be menacing. He just has those piercing eyes and that quality that, you know, can almost like knock you over with just a look. So those are the things we were looking for, and also to be just like the ultimate bad guy.
On the ground, now!
Hold on. Kill me or arrest me, but I will not lay on the ground like a dog. I gotta go.
With season 5, we had done the best version of a serial killer is stalking one of our team. We had to do a different serialized story, but it still had to feel like Criminal Minds.
Treating him like an unsub was a huge challenge, because here he is, this legendary baddie. We had to ground him in the world of Criminal Minds.
We are a show about human behavior. For a mystery to work, those clues have to stay fixed. But when you tell an espionage story, you're telling a story about people who are double, triple crossing each other. They're changing their behavior for the sake of whoever it is that they're dealing with. And so all those little cues shift.
We made him a family annihilator, and we all know what those are, and we've talked about those. And then to realize in episode 18 that it's what it's usually about, which is a great loss. He thought he lost his son.
We took that idea and just put it in this world of espionage, and suddenly the world just opened up.
You took the only thing that mattered to me. So I'm gonna take the only thing that matters to you. Your life.
We in the writer's room went back and forth on why didn't she tell our team? It's the best team in the world. You know, these are the people that if anyone can help her, these are gonna be the people, and it all comes down to family.
Come near my team, and I will end you.
We really felt like at that end moment to kind of push Prentiss over the edge, Doyle had to know everything about her team, about her family, where they are at any given moment, so that she knew that they were in jeopardy, true enough jeopardy that she had to take the fight to him, and that she couldn't involve them, because involving them meant that her family would be killed.
C-Mark. C-Mark. We got away from the normal sort of caper of the week, which we do, because it had this international flair. We set scenes in Italy, we set scenes in Paris. We had an Irishman who plays a Russian on TV commercials. We had a New Zealander playing an Irishman. We had a Scot playing a Brit. We had an American playing a Frenchwoman. It was actually a lot of fun.
The way that we broke it was unlike any other episode. It was broken as a big two-parter. We really were able to give her a mini movie.
Hey, action!
I'm really lucky to have the guys that I have here tonight. We got Mark Simos, Navy SEAL. You know, the real deal. I got 3 LAPD SWAT. We have constant gunfires. These guys are basically leapfrogging down the street. We We got 2-foot muzzle flasks coming out of these guns. And if I had regular stunt guys doing this and somebody swept somebody, you could really hurt somebody, or maybe kill them.
For the first time on this show, we've prepped some vehicles to be riddled by machine gun fire. We probably have about 100 man-hours into these vehicles. We cut out the inside of the vehicle because most vehicles are double layered with the steel. You have your outer shell and then you have an inner shell. So we actually had to grind all that out so we could get to the inside of the outer shell where all the work is done. We had about 105 hits in the steel body of the vehicle, hits in the plastic bumpers, hits on the windows, and hits inside to throw some dust and glass around. So about 150 hits. We took pictures of the vehicle with all the hits before we filled them so Charles could see where every hit was, and then we number every hit. So he's able to say, okay, give me this door in this direction. And then we talk to the guy with the machine gun and we say, okay, you're gonna go left to right and then right to left. So it does take some forethought and some planning so that it's right the first time, because it's only one take deal.
We call this the riot gun. It's a compressed air gun. It was developed by law enforcement to fire tear gas bullets and pepper spray. But we're using it to fire marbles at high speed to shatter the windows on this SUV. This one's called a Sheridan. This has got dust balls in it and spark balls. And when they hit solid objects, you either get a little puff of dust or you get a bright spark if you hit metal. Pretty harmless. I wouldn't want to get hit with one, but...
Prentice, get out! Episode 18, Lauren, was one of those episodes that I think took a couple years off my life. My saving grace was having Matthew Gray Gubler as a director.
Action. It was a very fortunate situation. I had done Mosley Lane, the first episode I directed last year, and Paget, who's my very close friend in real life, when she found out she was exiting the show, she came to me and she's like, the writers asked me how they wanted it to happen, and if you were all right with it, the one request was that you direct it. And I was so honored and touched because, I don't know, just to have that vote of confidence and like be asked, and it was great.
Matthew is more thoughtful and prepared and excited than 90% of the directors out there. So it's very exciting. Although, because he is my friend in real life, I have had to say to him, okay, you can come over and watch a movie, but we can't talk about Criminal Minds tonight. And he just says that it's not gonna happen. I can't, I'm not gonna be able to come over there. I'm sorry. I can only talk about CM.
And yeah, it looks great.
Pretty good shot. Pretty good shot. We're gonna be good.
It is so amped up, so turned up to 11. Every scene is so just like intense because it's one of our own. And because the audience knows that the actress is leaving the show, she might die, who knows what's gonna happen. I mean, there are real stakes to this.
Yeah, action, adventure, and stuff that I'm not, as a moviegoer, used to watching or really like have that much of a knowledge of. So I was very concerned about that in a sense, but then I realized it's basically cowboys and Indians, but with MP5 machine guns and hand grenades.
We're on the Paramount lot at 1:30 in the morning. I get to fire some guns and shoot out the back of a truck, although I think Alina, my stunt double, is going to do that because apparently there's a flying glass problem. And there's a bunch of bad guys, a bunch of Irish bad guys, and I flirt with Timothy Murphy.
I only want Doyle. Where's Doyle?
Right here, love. right here. I kidnap Paget's character and bring her down to a cellar to execute her, basically, because I think she killed my son.
There's black clothing in the hand, Reed.
No, look at the fingernails.
Oh my God.
You don't know when those pictures were taken? You don't know that?
Yes, I do. I'm the one holding the gun.
I hope that never happens to me for real.
It's a fun challenge, but, you know, towards the end of the night, you get a bit low on energy, you know. You prefer if you were high in energy all the time, but you're just a human being, so hopefully you can bring it to the table every time. As an actor, you just hope that you're giving the director what he wants, and you also hope that what the director wants, it looks good for you.
Then he reaches down, grabs her, and brings her to phase 2 of the fight, which is this wall.
It's awesome.
So Lena, just back up a foot and just like that.
We got a great stunt double for Paget. So she did a lot of the thumping, and Paget, you know, is great at what she does. So between the two, we're gonna have a really, really good fight.
Head first into that.
It was broken down to pieces, so the actors can come and do their dialogue, and then, you know, can really sell the punches and the hit against the paint wall, and then the hit against the other wall, and the stomach kicks, and then finally the flip on the table. So we have a full fight sequence.
And then he got on the plane, and I never saw him again.
It's a lie!
It's really fun. Tom Elliott's a great guy, and he's had me on for 4 years doubling Paget, and Paget's amazing. One of the best actors I've ever had a double, and so sweet and supportive and just a lovely human being. So it's so much fun supporting the actor and helping the story and being part of a team and a group, and it's really a great time.
Ever since you told me my people had Fahey, I have been stalling you.
Cut the power.
That's your safety.
This is my safety cone. It goes, well, if I was walking around with a spike sticking out, I guess you stick the safety cone on it.
Exactly.
In case anyone wants to hug you, like, you know, say,
Okay.
I had a really nice 5 years with you.
Okay. Set.
Prentice, sound off.
It turned into one of the best sort of scenes in the episode because nobody else gets to say how much they love Prentice. Nobody else gets to say how proud they are of her, of who she is. But Morgan gets to.
Emily, I am so proud of you. Do you understand that I am proud of you because you are my friend and you are my partner? No, Emily, come on, stay with me.
She's such a phenomenal actress, and she's so wonderful, and she's wonderful in everything, but it's like to get the opportunity to like direct her in these sort of very emotional, like literally life or death scenes, it feels like such a treat.
Stay with me, baby. Come on, stay with me.
Let me go.
Like a piece of gold that I was able to like take credit for, when in reality it was just, I'm so lucky to have gotten to direct it.
To lose Prentice hurts us as a cast, to lose Paget, to lose Prentice as a teammate. She was a tough cookie, and she brought so many things to the table. Miss her, hope she'll be back. Derek thinks she's dead. Shamar hopes she comes back.
I think that those are two of the best episodes we've ever done. It left her in such an expansive place, and she's such an amazing actress, and it's such a cool character that that's exactly what you want.
The ending of episode 18 was the subject of a lot of debate. Throughout the outline process and the script process, I never found a scene that I felt was accurate. The problem, and again, this was Matthew Gubler who identified this, he said, the ending with Prentice, whatever it is, it has to be with our team somehow. And then as we were batting it back and forth in my office, I said, well, then JJ meets her in Paris and gives her what she needs to get away. It just was like, ding, like everybody just knew, like, that's the ending. That's what it has to be. Because not only is it a great reunion between these two characters and these two actresses that you don't expect, it just felt like the exact right ending for them. And you wanted to see them have a moment together before they said their goodbyes.
Passports from 3 different countries in a bank account in each one to keep you comfortable.
Those were a labor of love, episodes 17 and 18. They were for us, and they were for our fans.
Thank you. Good luck.
It was an emotional thing to write and to go through, but I think it was her journey, and so we wrote to that as best as we could.